Welcome to Nostalgic Travel, where every journey tells a story, from the bustling streets of Europe to hidden cultural gems and unforgettable adventures. This is your destination for exploring the world with heart and soul. Hi, travelers. If Portugal isn't already on your travel list, it's time to change that. In this video, I'll take you through the most important things that you'll need to do and know. And to make it even easier, I've put together a free resource to help you plan. Stick around to the end to find out how to grab it. Hello, everybody. I am Cheryl Johnson with Nostalgic Travel. Today's destination spotlight is Portugal. Portugal is having a moment with good reason. It's a beautiful country. I myself have been there and I can't wait till my next chance to go visit. But first things first, the currency. The currency that they use in Portugal is the euro, and Portugal, of course, is part of the European Union. Personally, what I do when I decide to travel is a week or 2 weeks in advance before the trip, I go to the bank and order some euros. I usually just order $50 because I don't necessarily need a lot of cash. I just want to have something so when I get to the airport, I don't have to go to the ATM there or to the currency exchange there because that's probably where you're going to get the worst exchange rate. So getting just just getting $50 is probably sufficient. And of course, they have ATMs everywhere, so you can always have access to your money. And if you don't need cash, you can certainly use major credit cards. They're always welcome. And I do like to have a little bit of cash on me because there are some places that don't accept credit cards. So it's definitely a good idea to do that. And speaking of money, when you go to restaurants, when you want to tip hospitality staff or taxi drivers, things of that nature, a good rule of thumb is 10%. In some restaurants, the service charge will be included, so there's no need to tip at all. But if not, 10% is more than enough. If you go to a place like a coffee shop or a bar or something like that, and the bill is, let's say it's €1.50, it's more than enough to just round up to the nearest euro. That's plenty. You don't have to. It's not the same as it is in the United States, so you don't have to worry so much about tipping. Tips are definitely appreciated, but not expected everywhere you go. Getting to Portugal, the most common way to get to Portugal when you're coming from out of the country is by air, and there are three major airports in Portugal, with Lisbon being the most popular. Of course, once you're in the country, getting around is pretty simple. There's cars, trains, taxis, buses, you name it. Portugal is a pretty compact country, so it's fairly easy to get around. And once you're there, another thing that you want to think about is electricity, charging your adapters. I'm sorry, charging your electronic devices. It's important for you to bring an adapter so that you don't damage your appliances. Portugal is on the Euro system type C and F Euro standard. So those are the types of outlet adapters you need. The official language of Portugal is Portuguese, but also know that Spanish, Italian, and French are share some roots with Portuguese. They're all Romance languages. So if you speak one of those languages, you might be able to make yourself understood if you don't speak Portuguese. But it's also a good idea to learn at least a few basic phrases if you don't speak the language. Locals appreciate that. And I would say that's true not just in Portugal, but anywhere you go, just to learn basic phrases so you can get your basic needs met. Ordering food in a restaurant, talking to a taxi driver about where you want to go, all of those kinds of things. The climate is another selling point for Portugal. It's got a Mediterranean climate, which gives it mild winters, yet they're wet. The summers tend to be hot and dry, and they tend to average about 300 days of sunshine a year, which is, I'll take it. That's not too shabby. I also want to share with you two fast facts about Portugal. First off, Portugal is the leading producer of cork in the world, and it produces over 50% of the global supply of cork. Next, Porto, Portugal is the birthplace of port wine, and it's known for its fortification process involving brandy that gives it its unique taste. If Portugal isn't on your travel list yet, it should be. To make planning easier, I've got a free resource for you with tips and tricks. Just type in Portugal in the comments and I'll send you the download. Thanks for joining me on this adventure. If you enjoyed exploring with nostalgic travel, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss a journey. Have a favorite travel memory or a dream destination? Share it in the comments. I'd love to hear your stories. Until next time, keep wandering, keep dreaming, and remember, the best adventures are the ones that stay with you forever. See you soon.